Christmas. It was Christmas. How could you tell? Was the snow falling? No. The little cat, Pussycat, knew that Christmas was coming. The ice tinkled when it broke on the frozen metal petals. The cold air made her hair stand straight up in the air, and the air smelled just as it did last year. What did it smell like? Could she smell the Christmas tree? Of course she could.
And tangerines and Christmas greens and holly, and could she hear the crackle and slip of the white tissue paper and red tissue paper? She certainly could. Tissue paper rustled, then cracked. Scissors cut.
Brr! There wasn't a flake of snow in the sky, but the sky was dark and low, and there was the dark smell of winter air with all snow. And then, click, the street lights clicked on all over the town, and as the heavens turned dark beyond the window, one by one the snow flakes began to fall out of the sky. How did little Pussycat know? Could she hear the snow?
She certainly could, and she ran after the snowstorm. For if there was anything this little cat loved was the cold, dry, fresh, white, wild, feathery powder snow. She went pouncing around in it, bouncing in joy, and she ate some of it. She rolled in it and dug in it and played with it. Then she stood up, all very white with snow, still very still, for it was very quiet, very quiet.
First there was no sound, and then there was sound. For when everything is quiet, you can hear things far away. From the sky with a sound like steady whispering came the snow. That sound the snow. Then the wind rattled the black branches. It was time for Pussycat to go into the house. The little cat do not like the wind. They usually don't like snow, but this little cat did.
All the smells of the earth she knew were frozen and buried in the white snow. The world was very quiet, very mysterious. Even footsteps were quiet. Pussycat didn't go in the right way because she thought the wind and snow would fall in. She heard something. She stood very still and stretched her ears. There in the white and darkness, and soon she heard it coming from far, far away, away up in the snowy road. Ding, 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 jingle, 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 ding. What was it she had gone by in the white snow, falling snow?
She saw it. She saw the sleigh going jingling by.
Then Pussycat meowed at her window pane and she heard footsteps coming to let her in. They didn't always let her in right away because they didn't want her to get cold, and they liked having her in the house. She walked right into the living room where she could smell the sharp tangy smell of the Christmas tree and the candles and the nuts and the raisins and apples and tangerines. But they shouldn't have let her stay in the living room where they were wrapping up packages and hanging things in the tree.
And this is why Pussycat pounced. She pounced on everything, and she waited to pounce with shiny eyes and twitching tail. She waited with shining eyes for something to fall, to tinkle, to crash, and to break. She battered the Christmas tree bowls with her paw, tore at the tissue paper, and pulled the bows off the packages, so they put her out in the hall and closed the glass door.
Pussycat lay down and purred by the fire. She lifted her ears and listened. There was a sound of cracking. Shh, crackle. What was that? Was it the fire? There was always a sound of snow hissing against the window pane. It was a tiny little pop as something fell from the Christmas tree and shivered into a million splinters of light. That was wonderful. The lights gleamed in Pussycat's eyes, then bang, bang, bang. What was that? Was someone hanging up the Christmas stockings?
Everyone came out and stepped over and around the little cat and put on coats and boots and mufflers and hats and laughed and shuffled about. They kissed each other under the mistletoe, and off they went to church. Suddenly, in quiet, far off in the night, Pussycat could hear ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. The snow had stopped, and there was only the smell of the Christmas tree filling the house in silence.
Then softly at first, but then distinct in the night, she heard people walking from window to window. The dark carol singers on the white snow. Through the air, listened to their voices, came their listening ears. Over the silence of the frozen snow, in the silence of the moonlight, in the silence of the night, in the silence of the bright stars, high in the sky. Silent night, all is calm, all is bright. And the little Pussycat purred and purred by the fire. She heard the distance, the music, fading far down the road.
Then she pushed open the living room door with her paw, and there in the silent house was the Christmas tree. It sparkled and glistened with lights, gold and silver and blue, the light of rubies and emeralds, shining like no tree that any cat had ever seen in the woods.
This to Pussycat was Christmas Eve.